Hello, welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am making a cozy gaming room. I am using items from the newer pack titled The Sims 4 Comfy Gamer Kit. This pack was inspired and I guess co-created with Little Simsy, and I guess it's kind of based off of her personal setup. But I decided I wanted to make one on this channel just for an ideal little study or gaming room that I would personally game in. And I did decide to go with the green color. I do like green. So um, I wanted it to kind of match my personal taste. And it's pretty similar because my computer tower is on the floor as well, which isn't necessarily good. I don't have a pegboard, though. My setup is kind of different than this. I'm up against the wall. So all you could see behind me is a blank wall. And I don't even have a study. I'm set up in my bedroom. So this is just something that could be ideal if I ever had my own little study. And I was wanting to make it cozy and a place that I would like to hang out whenever I play games or if I want to study or whatever. So I was trying to put items in that new shelf, and only a couple of the items would slot into there. I didn't try all of them. I mean, there's several items that possibly could fit in there, but I could only fit like a couple boxes in there, and I think there was something else that I could fit into there. They just would not automatically slot, and I don't know why that is, but it looks kind of weird because it's only somewhat full. I do wish that maybe The Sims could actually add those little tote boxes or whatever that could go into those organizers. I think that would be pretty nifty. And what's interesting about this kind of storage unit is I actually have one in my living room that looks similar to this, that I kind of use it as a TV stand, but not because the TV stand's mount or the TV is mounted. So it's just a storage unit for everything, which has its pros and its cons because I could just stuff things in there and things aren't really clean. But yeah, there's just extra storage because we do live in an apartment, so there's not a whole lot of room there. And I was going to use those cow plants, which I did up into the very end, but I'm just like, no, that's not really what I'm going for. And I couldn't decide on what kind of wallpaper I was wanting. So I figured that the one with a little bit of the wood paneling would look okay. Um, because I don't know, maybe more realistic in a way. And I decided that I was going to make an L-shaped desk. I do have one of those at work, and I really like it. And I was hoping maybe one day I could have one at home, but we need a little bit more space before I can do that. And there's other things that take priority over that. And I think that I would like to have a similar setup to this, just my own space, which would be wonderful. I mean, technically, I mean, all of this is my own space. Well, it's mine and my husband's own space, but I just think it'd be nice to have an office besides the one that I have at work. And I was trying to find, I don't remember what I was trying to find here. I don't remember. But anyway, so I guess I could take this little bit of time to say that I am finished with the spring semester of school. And now I get about a month off before I start the summer, which is kind of good because I have other things that are pending that I need to take care of. I was hoping that this would be a stress-free summer, and it still might be. There's just a lot of things that are pending, and I was trying to get that to slot up there, but it wouldn't work. I don't know. Maybe you guys can figure that out. I couldn't. But I'm hoping for the best, preparing for the worst. I know that's not a way to live your life, but that's just what it is, unfortunately. And so I put the little sign back there because I thought it looked cute, kind of blended in. And I got a little cat tree, and I was going to use that big one, but I was just like, no, that takes up a lot of room. and I think a little bit here in a little bit, I decided to use the smaller one. And I was gonna use 2 windows side by side, but I couldn't. I don't know, it just didn't look great. So, I decided against it, and then I moved the windows across from each other. So, even though if you might use this in a house, it might look a little strange if you have the window on the other side. I mean, you can totally remove it if you want to, and you can make it fit how you want to, and that's totally fine. Um, but that's what I did, and I forgot. I was just like, "Oh my gosh, I need a door to this room." And as you'll see here in a minute or so, it'll show like, "Oh, yeah, let's add a door." And so, yeah, there it is. So I did. And I wanted to match the green theme, and now it kind of looks off balance with that plant, but I still think it looks okay. And I was trying to find paintings or wall decorations that looked nice. Uh, and I had a little chair, just in case, change of seating whenever you're in your little study. And I was going to add a little candle on that table and have a book next to it, but I'm just like, that seems risky, so I better not. So I moved that book and the little lamp right there. But overall, I had fun making this, and I added a little cat tree because my cat, I don't have a cat tree, but my cat enjoys hanging out with me sometimes. Sometimes she likes to make her appearances and jump up here and scare the living daylights out of me. But I need to make her a little personal spot. I can move the fan over to another location. I can set up something there so she can hang out by the window. I think that might be nice. I might do that. And I added these little lights because it looked a little dark over there, and I think that lights with greenery looks really nice. So, that's what I decided to do, and I did actually add a light switch. I keep forgetting about those. I remember how they were really popular, but another thing that just goes by the wayside. And I was going to change the overhead lights, but I decided not to. But overall, I did have fun making this, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope you guys download it, have fun with it, alter it how you want to, make it work for your play, your gameplay, or you can re-upload it and change it however you want to. But overall, I do hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I am ending too soon. There's still 11 seconds left. Okay. Yeah. And I wanted to add my little diploma on there just for funsies, but now we're ending.